What's good, everybody? It's your boy Papa Lauren J. I'm back with a video. Life has been lifing, but I really want to get this off my chest because I ain't gonna lie, most of y'all dudes and some women out there, y'all priorities is backwards. Kind of give some of my experience that this is literally free game. Take advantage of it, and if you don't, that's on you, and that's why you're broke. Most of everything that I got on this list is factual and it's reality. So yeah, either take it with a pinch of salt or apply it to your everyday life. School's not gonna teach you this, and also this is not like in numerical order. This is all random. Like, comment, subscribe. I will appreciate if you guys share, and let's get on with the video. So number one, the first financial step for 2026 is file that bankruptcy. Yep, I said it. File that bankruptcy. It is what it is. People have done it. People that you do know have done it. They're just not gonna say it because society thinks it's bad. You know, you're taught in school not to file bankruptcy. Listen, Trump has filed for bankruptcy. He's the president of the United States. What makes you so different? Only school and society will tell you that it's bad, but listen, it's a financial restart. Bankruptcy will allow you to get your life back in order. And I will say, once you do file for bankruptcy, try your hardest to learn from your mistakes in the past so you don't have to do that again. Just do it one time, one and done. And after you file for bankruptcy, learn what you can do different the next time. Utilize credit. Go from personal credit to business credit to, you know, LLCs, businesses, S Corps, C Corps. There's so many things you can do. The least amount of things that you have tied to your name, the better. Use and learn how to use the banks. I think I said that right. Learn the banks, learn their system, because whatever the banks are doing to you, that's what you're supposed to be doing to the banks. Learn how they operate, applying the knowledge to the game. So the second step for 2026 is do not have a car note. Having a car of the year is cool, is fine and dandy. Statistically speaking, we are paying the most in car payments in history. I read this post that said last year, the people that did repos, they were making a lot of money because people couldn't afford and keep up with the car payments. Mind you, you got car payments, you got insurance, you got maintenance, you got gas, dealing with potholes, traffic. Honestly, it's just too risky. Some people are not making enough. With no car note, that money that you could have been paying for the car, you could use that money for something else. My personal opinion is buy a used car, of course. Don't buy nothing off the lot. Get a car that's reliable, like a Toyota, Honda, a Mazda, or a Lexus, or an Acura. For those who know, Toyota make Lexus and Honda make Acura because cars do depreciate over time, and the more you drive it, the more you're at risk and the more it depreciates. So just keep that in mind. So the third step I have is budget yourself. For those of you that are not lazy bums, either you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Literally track every single dollar that comes in and out of your bank account. As quickly as money goes inside, it could leave out your bank account just as fast or even faster. Become very frugal when it comes to spending. Don't buy or stop buying stuff that you don't need. Don't buy something and a backup just so you can have it when the first one finishes or ends or whatever. But don't buy 2-3 things of the same thing. Just don't do that, because you'll end up spending more money that you don't have. That money could have been used for something else. A few ways to maximize savings is don't eat out often, cook at home and meal prep, limit the partying, the gambling. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all some addicts when it comes to like Prize Pick, FanDuel, the other apps, the drug usage, the video game, 2K, the Madden, Call of Duty, the Battlefield, the Fortnite, the V-Bucks. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Limit yourself on that, or just don't do it at all. And last but not least, dude's favorite accessory, the Jordan. We're at an age where literally we're about to be 30 years old. Like, if you're still on that childish mindset, just trying to look fly, I mean, yeah, you're gonna fly to deep depth. So just be careful how you spend your money. Track every dollar. Budget yourself on things that you need, on things that you don't need, on things that you want, that you don't want. Priorities, people. So the fourth thing I have is open a brokerage account. If you don't know what a brokerage account is, go on Google or use whatever AI technology that I use for the wrong reason. For the love of God, open a brokerage account. The top 3 dogs in the brokerage accounts are Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard. And when you do open up an account, set up a automatic contribution to that account. It could be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, it doesn't matter. Trust me, it's gonna pay off in the long run. However, when you do invest money, idle money don't make no money. You have to invest company stocks, ETFs, mutual funds. There's a reason why they say you have to make money while you sleep. So listen, trust me when I say it's better to be old with some enough cushion of money, that beats being broke, body aching, working at a warehouse, working at a fast food spot, or doing Uber Eats. I wouldn't do that, and I'm telling y'all not to do that. So the fifth thing I have is open up a life insurance policy. There are so many benefits. You can literally borrow against it. That's what rich people do. God forbid you have a dire family emergency. The life insurance policy is gonna kick in, is gonna help you tremendously. Also, what a lot of people don't know, a life insurance policy can create generational wealth. So the earlier you start, the better, and the cheaper it will be. The longer you wait, for people in advanced age, 50, 60, 70, 80, they can still get covered, but just know you're gonna have to pay that premium price. So yeah, once you create the life insurance policy, you can utilize the benefits and potentially invest the money from the insurance policy to create another stream of income. Think about it. You can learn from the millionaires and billionaires that have been doing the same steps, the same method, the same process since the beginning of time. It's a reason why they're still wealthy. So the sixth thing I have is invest, invest, and invest. Investing is like a guy like you who's a grower, not a shower. It starts off small, then it turns to something big. They say compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. When you invest your money and you let it compound and you let it stack, at some point you're literally not gonna have to put any more money. At first it might be hard and patchy, and it's like, damn, like how much do you want to put? How much do you want to invest? Because this is a long-term game, in my opinion. Well, it's not really my opinion, it's facts. There's a quote that says, time in the market beats timing in the market. The billionaire Warren Buffett says, my life has been a product of compound interest. Nothing more, nothing less, and nothing brilliant. So if he could do it, you could do it too. People are no different than one another. We're not smarter than, well, technically we are smarter. The same thing they could do and they could learn, you could do and you could learn. Don't limit yourself. Keep in mind, investing is a long-term process. It's not an overnight get rich quick scheme. It's not. So as soon as you turn 16, 17, 18 with a legitimate job, with pay stubs, something legit, and with consistent pay, start investing your money. And it's so funny how I grew up with scammers, and I know scammers to this day that legitimately they could have been multi-millionaires if they invested their money correctly. They rather buy jewelry, shoes, name brand clothes, rent cars for the weekend, and still stay with mommy and daddy. That is mind-blowing. And I say that with no shade and respectfully, of course, but the priorities is backwards. So the seventh thing I have is do not buy anything new. Don't buy no clothes, don't buy no jewelry, don't buy no shoes, and don't even go out. The clubs is always gonna be there. The partying is always gonna be there. Booze is always gonna be there. Drugs is always gonna be there. Fun is always gonna be there. Y'all catch my drift. If you sacrifice your early years, that good amount of time, I don't know, teens, 20s, maybe even 30s, for the long term, the rest of your life, smooth sailing. Take it from me, I'm low-key boring. I don't really do nothing. At that old age or that prime age, I'll be good. I won't have to stress about nothing. I'm working my ass off now and I'm sacrificing now, so later on I can live good. There's this quote that relates to what I'm saying, and that quote is, you can either live like no one else and struggle now so you can live like no one else later, or you can live like everyone else now and struggle like everyone else later. The quote makes perfect sense. Leaving your house is dangerous as is. Crime is through the roof. People can't drive. Potholes everywhere. Mind you, first you gotta make it to your destination. Second, when you make it to your destination, you gotta pay for parking per hour at that. Then you have to pay for the entrance at the venue. Then you gotta pay for food and drinks at the venue. And then before you go home, you either gotta stop at McDonald's, Waffle House, or Checkers to buy food, because the food that you bought at the venue didn't fill you up. And that's literally about $200 right there. No sir, I'm good. The eighth thing I have is, and oh boy, this is gonna strike a nerve with a lot of people. Drum roll please. Do not get married. Fellas, don't become a statistic. A lot of people are not gonna like what I say, and they already don't like what I'm saying. But the problem is, people are stuck in their simp and their sucker ways. We're not living in the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1900s no more. We don't live in the 1950s no more. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. We live in 2026. Different time, different rules, different policies, different procedures, different dynamic. Love is kind of tricky, especially being a guy with high standards and high ambitions and things you want to accomplish. Is just not worth it. Just imagine everything that you ever worked for, your job, your career, your stability, your mental peace. You got all that through blood, sweat, and tears, just to lose it by a stroke of a pen, by a stroke of a signature. Hell no. You will lose half of your shit. You will lose half of your property or properties, and practically you will lose half of your life. Not worth it, in my opinion. Statistically speaking, within 5 years, there's a 90% chance you will have a divorce. Within 10 years, there's an 80% chance you will have a divorce. And women initiate around 70% of divorces. That's crazy. Like I said, me personally, I cannot be convinced, I cannot be manipulated into getting married. That divorce will cost you your life. A marriage is not worth signing your life away. It's just not. Ask your dad, ask your uncle, ask your brother, ask your neighbor, ask a lot of men in your life. By the way, fun fact, when a guy gets married, as soon as he gets married, he instantly catches a disease. And that disease is called wangina. The ninth thing I have is learn a trade. Learn something. You're gonna have a job for life. You have the knowledge for life. You become an essential worker. It's recession proof, COVID proof, disease proof. The world could collapse, but you will always have a job. Those jobs include HVAC, plumbing, electrical, welding, being a truck driver. Take your ass to trade school, but don't go to college. There are a plethora of trades you can learn literally in 8-9 months, less than a year. And without going into too much details, I mean, college is a scam unless you go into like the STEM field. I mean, think about it. Look what happened during COVID. I know dudes that were working, not working, had a high school diploma, didn't have a high school diploma, had a GED, had an associate's, bachelor's, master's, PhD, business owners. Most of those motherfuckers were out of a job. You know who did have a job? People that work in the hospital, journeymen, linemen, tradesmen, people that actually have actual hands-on knowledge. A lot of electrical people, they had a job. They were literally driving to work on a highway that was completely empty. The 10th thing I have for 2026 is learn a valuable skill. Those valuable skills include editing, computer skills such as coding, using AI to your advantage, become digitally literate. You could go into marketing, you could go into sales, learn how to talk to people, know how to talk to people, ask the right question, learn the fundamentals of basic and advanced maintenance repairs. You can learn cars, residential, commercial, so many things you can learn. Because remember, my instructors at school, they tell me people don't pay you for your time. People pay you for what you know. For example, let's say you're on an island, right? 10 people, 9 of them don't know jack, but you're the only one that knows how to cook. Who's richer, you or those other 9 people? Think about it. Those are 10 things, 10 financial steps, tips and tricks, whatever you want to call it, to set yourself up for success for 2026. Appreciate you guys watching this far, and for watching up to this point in the video, I have a bonus. The bonus is get closer to God, because without God you are nothing. Without God there are limited possibilities. With God there's an endless amount of possibilities. With God anything is possible. Stay prayed up, believe in God, manifest your words, and blessings will arrive. Woo! That was tough for some of y'all. Listen, it is what it is. I live in reality. Like, I'm gonna say shit straight up. They're not gonna teach you this in school. They want you to fall into the rat race. They want you to fall into the matrix, the system. They want you to be a hamster in a hamster wheel. Come on, like, you only get one life. Live your life, do the best you can, and be financially free. Pinching every penny for necessities, for food is not it. Been there, done that. It'll get to you mentally. It's bad. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you guys want a part 2. I hope this video was of value. Glad I could help. Again, take everything I say with a pinch of salt. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's been your boy Papa Learner J, and I'm out. Peace. My mind is set, and I can be whatever I want to be, and that's what I want to be. I want to be a top tier YouTuber.